before the end of February if you want to be in the yearbook. And if you can't do that for some reason, then talk to us and we can try and schedule a time where we can take it for you.
Yes, because sometimes I know that clubs are dead, but I don't know which clubs are dead or alive. So it's your responsibility. If you want to be included, please talk to us. We don't want you to be left out. And then also, this is mostly for the parents, but also friends and stuff. If you want to do this, submit ads/dedications. There's a link in the weekly newsletter. You can write a little something about your friend saying like, oh, congrats for surviving high school, or you can advertise your local business. Thank you.
I just want to re-emphasize for the yearbook editors and support them and say, if you do not contact them, club presidents, about being in the yearbook, your club may not be in the yearbook. And at the end of the year, when you're disappointed about that, that was your responsibility because I couldn't back them up.
Okay, so next Tuesday on C-Day during lunch, girls basketball will be selling pizza in the Commons. So everyone bring money and support girls basketball again.
I was going to tell you a joke about sodium, but then I thought to myself, nah. My math teacher told me I was average. That is so mean. Caesar and Brutus, they were hanging out at the forum. They were so excited to go to the chariot races. So Brutus asked Caesar, Caesar, what time are we leaving for the chariot races? Caesar replied, at 2, Brute.
Girls soccer has a game today, so get out of class at 2:25. And come support. The game starts at 3:30.
All right, so today is the third and final day of bill workshops for JSA. We're going to be having our final workshop at lunch in room 8. Today's the day that we're sending them all in, so please show up if you were planning to write one or are in the process of it. We will help you finish and submit it. Also, anyone who is attending or interested in attending Winter Congress, please come to room 8 as well so we can get your names and committees down. If pricing is the problem, we have currently $15,000 available for scholarships, so don't let prices hold you back. We can absolutely help you go.
Today there will be an information meeting about volunteering at the aquarium in room 8 during lunch. So if you're at all interested in marine life or marine biology, please check it out. And if for some reason you can't make it, there will also be an information meeting on this Sunday, January 10th from 1:30 p.m. or 3:30 p.m. in the Monterey Bay Aquarium Discovery Labs. So please come.
There's a Wilderness Club meeting in Mr. Pinkstrom at the start of lunch today.
Yeah, so we'll be talking about the Yosemite trip, so if you want to go, please come.
Okay, Ms. Traxel's room instead. And if you can't go to the meeting, but you still want to go, talk to me to get a permission slip.
Bullies suck. There's no way to put it more plainly than that. Anyone who willfully puts people down or physically abuses them on a regular basis, even if they just feel lost inside or they're really, really scared, they still suck. I've always hated bullies, even the time I accidentally became one. One day, when I was in preschool, we went to visit my cousins. I loved it there. My cousins were 2 years older and about 2 months younger than I was. And although they lived in California, they were very New York Italian. They were always nice, but they were loud and raucous, and it seemed like the person who was the loudest automatically won any argument, which they had frequently. My eldest cousin and my uncle once got into an hour-long discussion over whether or not beluga whales were the most evolved species on the planet. This time, my cousins had a new comeback that I'd never heard before. As I walked in the door, they were in the middle of a shouting match. "You want a piece of me? You want a piece of me?" They shouted back and forth to each other. I just stood there dumbfounded. It seemed to me like this was some sort of new game, and all you had to do was be the loudest and you won. This was awesome. The next day, the door to room A1 at Melody Park Preschool banged open, and I stood there. Hands on hips, feet apart, Thomas the Tank Engine backpack swinging casually from one shoulder. As I strolled into the room, my eyes traveled my class, looking for someone to try out the new game I had learned. I spotted a kid, walked over, and said, "You want a piece of me?" But the kid didn't say it back, he just looked confused. So I said it again. "You want a piece of me?" Now he started crying. I was really confused. Not only had he refused to play, but now he was crying. I quickly left and plopped down in the beanbag chair in the reading corner to think it over. I eventually came to the conclusion that I must have won, which made me feel a little better. So I tried it again. And again, the same thing happened. I would walk up to somebody, say, "You want a piece of me?" And they would look confused or start to sniffle. I felt really confused and a little mad that they weren't playing correctly, but at the same time, I felt pretty powerful. That day at recess, I swaggered around the playground looking for someone else to beat. I spotted a kid, strolled up to him, and said, "Hey, you want a piece of me?" The kid stared at me blankly for a second, and then punched me hard in the nose. The next thing I remember was sitting on a park bench, tears streaming down my face, clutching my bloody nose, while a playground aide furiously told the kid to say he was sorry, which he did. After that, we acted like nothing had happened, and we even became friends. But I always held a slight grudge against him, because I thought he'd been a bully for punching me. I held on to this belief until we went our separate ways, and it eventually became a funny story I would tell. It took me about 5 years to realize something. I had been the bully. I had been the one making kids cry. I had been the one shouting at people, and whether I meant it to or not, I had been the bully. So now, no matter what the situation, I always try to stop and think. Am I being the best person I can be in the moment? Or is all I'm saying, "Hey, you want a piece of me?"
I can follow that. Tonight, theater, 7:30, the solo and ensemble concert, York's Finest. It's going to be a fantastic show. It begins at 7:30 in the theater. Be there.
I just wanted to give you a little update about Jackson Sherry, George Sherry's son. News is good, almost exclusively good. Seems to be done with surgeries, at least for the time being, perhaps forever. Off the ventilator, alert, able to talk, a little bit of motion here and there, regaining some feeling. So progress, good news, your thoughts, your prayers, your statements of support, very important. So thank you, and keep up the good work, not only helping take care of someone obviously in crisis, but each other. Thank you.
Just a quick announcement, the AMC Math Contest happens February 2nd. If you are interested in this or have questions about it, you can come ask me or sign up with your math teacher. If you want practice problems, come see me. I can give you some practice problems.
Okay, Ms. Parsons, myself, and Dr. Johnson are going to take 3 bands up to San Francisco to the DeYoung Museum on January 30th. It's a Saturday. So if you want to go, just come by and talk to any one of the 3 of us, and we'll put your name name on a list. We want to get a sense of how many vans and that kind of thing. And then we're going to combine that with some kind of, Dr. J wants to find a good Spanish restaurant, and so we'll break it up with a really nice lunch. So talk to us, let us know you want to go. Thanks.
Morning. Couple of things. First of all, I hope that you've seen your first semester grades and comments. There's much to celebrate there across the board for the school. And if your teacher in a particular class indicated that now is a good time to come see him or her to discuss improving your learning or performance in a specific class, now is a good time to go see a teacher to discuss improving your learning or performance in a specific class. It's as easy as just walking through the door and saying, Mr. Daniel, it's so important to me to improve my understanding of French, and I would love to see my grade improve as well. Can I meet with you B-Day during tutorial? Thank you. Thank you. Also, those of you who apply for CIEE summer trips and Global Navigator scholarships before the break have likely heard back from CIEE. Many of you have heard back that you've been accepted into a program and that you've been awarded a scholarship. CIEE needs to hear from you today if you plan on accepting that scholarship that's been awarded to you. If you have questions about that, please come see me, Ms. Sanford, or Mrs. Edmonds. And what we'd like to encourage you to think about as well would be if you have not yet signed up for a CIEE trip, the deadline was extended, and so you can speak with us as well about signing up for a trip and a scholarship. Thanks very much.
Please don't forget, if you're a sophomore class officer and you're on exec, you meet